Hello, my name is Leah Norwood, and one of my professional goals is to help end the education gap. We all know the saying that with knowledge comes power, but we also know that there's certain systems in place that disenfranchise certain communities where they don't have access to this knowledge, whether it be through lack of resources, lack of opportunities, or overall not being able to get their foot in the door. And we also know that knowledge is not only important for one individual, but it's important because that knowledge and that wisdom can be passed down through generations. I've had the wonderful opportunity for the past few years to be able to volunteer with the local elementary school through a club from my high school. And for the past few years, I've been able to work with 3 different grade levels: second grade, fourth grade, and fifth grade. But I really want to reflect on working with the second graders last year. Overall, it was a wonderful opportunity to be a teacher's aide and be able to lead small table workshops and small table discussions and really be able to get to learn and know about these students on a more personal level. But one thing that I found a little concerning was that a lot of these students were having difficulty reading and writing. And this made me ponder and do research outside of the classroom. What I found was that a lot of the students were having difficulty with sight words. And sight words is something that you typically learn in pre-K, kindergarten, maybe first grade at the latest. And because they didn't know these sight words, it made it really difficult for them to be able to read, write, spell, sound out different words. And it was just very challenging for them. And I also began to wonder, how is this school, which is a predominantly Black and brown school, how is this different from a school that's on a different side that serves a different population of kids? Which is really why I became interested in majoring in education and becoming a teacher and then helping end the education gap. When I do get my degree in education, I plan to come back to Chicago and become a teacher. And with my education, I plan to implement 3 rules into my classroom. 1, I want to have a growth mindset and a growth mindset expectation. And a growth mindset means that you believe that creativity and intelligence can be developed with practice. And I believe this because I believe the saying, practice makes perfect. And I feel like you need to meet the students where they're at and continue to work with them, whether that means having office hours outside of school or, re-going over stuff. But I believe having that growth mindset really allows students to know that you believe in them, that you know that they can do it. Also, I feel like I will always be a lifelong learner. And that means to me that I will always learn from my students. I will see different perspectives and different cultures that my students bring to the classroom. And I'll be like, oh, that's interesting, and be able to incorporate that into my curriculum. Lastly, all my friends say that I'm a natural hyper-upper. I always hype up people, and I just want to have that environment in my classroom where my students know my teacher believes in me. And because she believes in me so much, I know I can do well. And these are the different things I would do with my education. Thank you so much.